I was working full time at a treatment center down the street here. It's where Montello 2 is. That used to be a treatment center, and Father Bill's in Mainspring, they purchased that property and they knocked down the building and they put up Montello 2. So I was working in this treatment center full time. So I wanted some more hours, a little more money. So I came here. They were hiring here a support staff. So I came here as a support staff, working just on the weekends, overnights, and things kind of evolved from there. You were hiring for a case manager, and next thing you know, I left there and started working part-time down there and full-time here as a case manager. Father Bill's and Mainspring, they saw something in me that I probably didn't even see in myself. I had a great relationship with people anyway working in the treatment center. So I became a case manager. Things began to evolve. I became the coordinator here. Then I started managing the shelter here at Mainspring House, and things just kind of took off from there. We had a position here before we merged. When we were merging, where they made me the deputy director of Mainspring House. It's just a temporary position, just to help get things going so we can merge together. So I worked in development. I have done that for quite a while. I really enjoyed that. I know Kate Riley is the director there, but I worked in development over there when we were in Quincy. Jesus, it goes on and on and on. My God. Case manager now, right now, cut back the hours, became a case manager for veterans. So, many positions, so many positions, and I learned a lot from them. As Father Bill's and Mainspring, as we begin to grow and try to, work with individuals that are experiencing homelessness, we need to have the community know what we were doing. I spoke at churches, schools, different organizations, and the whole idea was to have them understand that, what we were doing, the community. So those accomplishments were great doing that, and obviously the good accomplishments of housing, getting people in housing. That was the biggest things that I enjoyed. I think working with the veterans, it's really meaningful to me now, It's great that we have the resources. A lot of these vets have been homeless for a long time, and getting them back into the swing of life is great. Getting them into housing, I was working with a veteran today, and I took him down to Weymouth, to a bank, which this guy is chronically homeless, and he hasn't been using his account at all. And we went down there, we got the stuff straightened out, and then we found out this guy has a great sum of money in the bank now. So hopefully we can move into the next step. So those are the great accomplishments I appreciate. I always say, the years I've been here, it's not about me. I've always learned that this shelter is not about me. What I do, it's not about me. And that anyone coming on board, I always say that, whether if you start here as a maintenance person, a support staff person, or case manager, and even a board member, when you recognize that it's not about me, it's not about you, it's about the people we serve and individuals that we're trying to help, and if you can keep that thought and keep that in mind, it works. I have this thing I always say, the 3 H's for me, First of all, I have to have my health, and the next thing I always truly believe is be humble, at my old age, be humble and have humility, so those are my 3 H's, and if I can continue to do that, I'll be okay. I'll be around for a while.